Hi, friend. So I've had some questions pop up about my boo and whether we're doing long distance or whether we ended things. I'm still currently in my contract in California. I am going on 9 months of being a travel nurse. And yes, we have been doing long distance for 3 months. I had made like a pros and cons list of travel nursing versus getting a staff position, and I had to think about it long and hard because travel nursing has always been one of my dreams. And now that I've done it for 9 months, I do feel fulfilled from like accomplishing that dream, even though I didn't get to go see all the places. But I had to do a lot of math, run some numbers, and my boyfriend was very helpful with this because math is not my forte. And I really had to think about my why. Like, why did I start travel nursing in the first place? And it was literally 2 reasons. Obviously, there's other little micro reasons, but the 2 main ones were more money and to see the world. And the amount of places my boyfriend and I have seen in the 6 months we've been together, like spending time together, is quite a lot. And while, like, I was still indecisive when I first started my contract, I was just like, I'm just going to see how it is and then go from there. During the first month, I was like, yeah, I'm not confident about getting a staff position, although, like, I love Oregon, I love the people. Then I just started looking at expenses at how much money, like, for example, I was off for a whole month, and I was just seeing how much money it was costing me to move around to different contracts, because you have to pay a deposit. Sometimes you don't always get your deposit back, and you have to pay other fees on top of traveling to that new location, which you do not always get reimbursed for. You can get reimbursed, but the pay just gets deducted from what you're making, so it's like there's no point, you know what I mean? And then I did the math to what I would make in my staff position in Oregon, and it just like, I only need to pick up 1 to 2 extra shifts a month to make what I make as a travel nurse with the staff position in Oregon. So I'm just like, I love traveling the world and I love making money, but like when you meet someone as special as I have met, you really start to realize that it is not all about money, and that like there are plenty of people that have had all the money in the world, but they are unhappiest that they have been. So I've been taking a lot of things into consideration and just thinking about what I really want my future to look like, what I want my life to look like. And as I was venturing out in California, all these adventures by myself, I'm like, I love my alone time. I love doing everything alone. Like I'm so independent. I don't feel like I need anybody to do anything. I can figure things out on my own. But then I'm like, as much as I love doing that, I met someone that I would much rather spend my time with and enjoy those activities I used to enjoy doing by myself. And it's like, it takes a lot for me to want to spend all my like alone time with somebody. Like, that person must be like really, really special, right? He is. I'm also going to do a separate video about like the benefits of being a staff nurse position. I would never recommend being a staff nurse in the South. Absolutely not. That is absolute hell, and I would never recommend that to anybody. But being a staff nurse on the West Coast is a whole different ballgame, especially how blessed and lucky I am to end up at my first contract at the hospital that I did. It's just like, I will forever be grateful for God for putting me there. It's just like, I'm just so blessed. And the thing is like, oh, you shouldn't, I've heard people say like, oh, you don't need to change your life for a man or do all that. And it's like, trust me, I used to be one of those people that used to preach that so hard, like, never stop your goals and dreams for any man. But like, once I met this man, it's like, I want to build with him, and it's not me stopping my goals and dreams, because I did the travel nurse thing. I've seen what it could be. If I don't enjoy being a staff nurse, I always have the option to go back to traveling. But to me, it's more valuable, and it's more, you have to look at your own values and what you believe in and things you want out of your future. To me, it's more important for me right now to just spend more time with him and build a life together and create something beautiful, because I would rather be broke next to him than make all the money in the world and be without him. And yes, we definitely would have been fine just doing long distance, and I could have continued the travel. But then I just would have been thinking every time I go somewhere, I'm like, I really want him to be here experiencing this with me. And it's just really different when you meet that special someone. And I never thought I would be saying these things, because I'm always like, oh no girl, like, you do you, like, you know, like, if you watch my stuff, you know exactly who I am, or like, you know exactly what I'm about in terms of like reaching your goals and dreams, but it's like now God's pulling me to reach different goals and achieve different dreams that I didn't even know were in my future. And I'm excited to see what's to come, and make sure you follow along to keep following along on the journey. I have 1 more month left in California. It is crazy. 3 months goes by faster than you think, and just feeling so grateful and blessed for all the opportunities.